If you want to create any table, or you want to go in the design view, okay, you have to name your table. Suppose I'm naming it dummy, okay. So first I have created a table, okay. So before I create table, what I have to do, first I have to save my file by using a database, save database, okay. So first step is you have to save your file as a database. So it means first your database will be created, and then inside that database what you will do, you have to create a table, okay. So now when you are creating a table, once you are done with that creation of table inside the database, suppose I'm using access, okay, then I can also delete it, ठीक है. इसको मैंने create किया, then I can also delete it. So the activity that I am doing, like creation of a data, deleting of a database table, okay, and updating of a table, ठीक है. Updating of a table can be, you can rename the table, ठीक है. You can rename the fields that you have created inside the table, ठीक है. This is updation of the table. So that is called, you are defining, okay, data. You are defining the data that you will, you need to create, like table create किया, उसका views create किए, ठीक है. Now what are the views? See, this is your, there are two kinds of views in access. Please look at the board. Data sheet view है, ठीक है, and design view. Data sheet view में जब when you click, so first of all it has nothing here. Why? Because I have not given any field, कोई field नहीं दी ना मैंने, कोई नाम नहीं लिखा, first name last name, ठीक है. So from where I can give, from views, okay. I will go in design view and I will write, for example, id, and then I will write first name, okay, then I can write last name, okay, or my mobile number. So these are four fields, okay. Now I can see them where I have created them. So this is id is your, by default, a primary key, okay. Now the first name, last name, they have a specific data type, okay. If I want to change the data type, I will click on mobile number and I will click on number, its data type will be changed to number, okay. So now I can click on the data sheet view, okay. So first I will save it and I will click on, now see, can you see, first the table was empty, there was no fields in it. Now I have created these fields, now you can see the field name, okay. So this is when you are defining the table, and you are defining the different fields that will be saved inside a table. They are called in the part of data definition language, okay. So what you are just creating a table and its field, okay. You're not populating the table with the data, okay. We have not written anything in it, like I have not given any entry for first name or last name or mobile, ठीक है. डीडीएल का रिलेशनशिप है कोई मेटाडेटा के साथ. Metadata is basically data about data. Anything that creates a data about data is called your metadata, okay. So what we were talking about now, suppose coming back to the presentation, okay. So what we did, we have just created a table and the field name, ठीक है, but we have not populated that table with the any data, ठीक है. So if you want to create a table in SQL, okay, so you have to write the script for that. You have to write some, you have to give some command to that, okay. That command you will write by using the words create and table, okay. So once you are using a script language, you have to give them in capital letters. Like see, if you want to create a table in SQL, you have to give the keyword create table, okay. So it will make a new table. But in when I was creating a table in MS Access, I didn't write any command over there, okay, because it was automatically giving me how to create a table by right clicking on the clicking on the create table tab, okay. Now if you want to change that table entry, so what you will do, you will write the keyword alter table, okay. And if you are going to define the primary key and foreign key, okay. Primary key, I just showed you that what is a primary key. Basically primary key is a unique key, okay. For every table there is a primary key, there is a unique key that has no duplicate entries, and the entries of that key does not matches with some other entries, okay. So like your ICAMA number, your passport number can be a primary key, okay. So now if you want to give a command to SQL, that first you want to create a database, and inside that database you want to create a table, okay. So the first command will be, you have to create database. So you will write create keyword database and the name of the database. Here band booking is your database name, ठीक है. Like what we did in Access, we click on save as किया था हमने, और उस पे we were writing the name of the database, तो वो सेव कर रहा था, ठीक है. In SQL you are giving the command create database and the database name, and after that once your database is created, what you will do, you will create a table inside it, ठीक है. So how you can create table and the name of the table you want to give, okay. So once you have given this query command, you will write the brackets, opening bracket and end with the closing bracket, okay. Always remember the opening bracket and the closing bracket, and once you are done you have to finish it with a colon sign, right. Okay, you have to follow this syntax. Or now see what is inside this table. Can you guess this band name, number of members, what is this? Yes, what is this? Here records the fields. Yes, these are the names of the fields, ठीक है. Like I gave the field first name, last name, ठीक है. Here you can see band name, okay. Now see in Access what was happening, for every field there was a data type for it, short text था, number था, ठीक है. So now, once you are creating a field, you have to write on the data type of it, or okay, you have to define the data type. So this is my field name and I am writing the data type, and then 25 is the limit, how many characters you can give for that, okay. And then now see this field and this field, they are separated by a comma, because this table contains only two fields. So if there are two more than two fields, you will be separating them by using a comma sign, okay. So band name ho gaya, number of member, and the type of the number of member is integer, and then you finish it by close this statement by using the colon, okay. Here this table is created along with these two fields, okay. Now see, in this table we have not given any, or we have not defined a primary key, isn't it? There's no primary key. I have not used any keyword for primary key. So now what you can do, you can use the keyword alter, okay, before the table. Okay, alter table, and you have to name the table. Okay, why you want to alter it? Because you want to add a primary key. Okay, so I will use a keyword add primary key, and which key you want to make a primary key, band name. So I will be writing band name, okay, here inside the bracket. So what this statement will do, it will create a primary key, okay, whose name is band name, okay. Because suppose I forgot to mention the primary key, so later on I can add the primary key of my database, okay, of a certain table. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Now see, you have learned how to create a primary key. Now if the questions come, yet you have to create a foreign key also. We have already discussed the concept of foreign key and primary key, okay. So the foreign key will be present in the same table or in any other table, different table, okay. Because this band name was the primary key in the band table, so it means the foreign key will be present in some other table, okay. The other table is band booking, okay. This other table is band booking, and we are supposing here कि band booking already create हो चुका है और हमने सिर्फ उसकी foreign key define करनी है, ठीक है. So we can use the keyword again, alter which table, band booking, and here we are adding foreign key. Here we were adding primary key, now we added foreign key, ठीक है. Yes, go. Okay, foreign key, and then you have writing the name of the key that you want to make the primary key, okay. So this was the band name was primary key here in this table, now it is becoming foreign key in this second table, okay. And then you have to write the keyword references, okay, because it has a reference to the first table, the band table, okay. So that's why you will write the keyword reference with whom it has a reference, with the band table, and which key or field, band name, okay. So you have to practice that, okay. Just try to understand how they are making entries, how they're making the commands, right. Now see, in this activity what they're asking you, that you have to create the teachers table, and you have to add the license number as a foreign key to the class table. Now read properly, okay. Look at the statement, how many tables you have. One table is teacher table here, and the other table is class table, and you have to define this license number as a foreign key in which table, class table, okay. So this means this was the table in which it was license number was acting as a license foreign key. No, see, the license number as a foreign key to the class table. Teacher class, yes, in class table it was a foreign key, so it means it was a primary key in teachers table, okay. So first you have to create the table. So for that we will write create table and the keyword table and then the name of the table teacher. Okay. Now there are, you can see some entries over there. Actually, in your chapter 8 they have already given these entries in a table, so they have already defined them, and they are taking those entries fields name. Okay, so you don't need to worry about. If they will give you in the paper, they will either give you a proper table, from there you can see how many fields were there. Okay, or they will just write on these are the fields name. So based upon the data that is given in chapter 8, they have taken our teacher's name whose data type will be character. Okay. Okay, then address, again data type will be character. Okay, then teacher date of birth. And so this was the original table, create table. Okay, so in this table that was given in your book, there was no primary key, that was license number, and there was no foreign key. Okay, so what you can do, first you need to change this table because you have to define a new primary key. Okay, so what you will do, alter table, table name, and what are you adding, primary key, that is the license number, because license number is missing here and you want to make it primary key. So you will change this table. Okay, by adding this as a primary key. This part is done. Create teachers table and add license number. Okay, now you have to make this license number as a foreign key in the class table. So it means now I have to alter the another table, class table, alter table class, and what you are doing, add as a foreign key. Okay, so same keyword that we use in the previous example. Again I'm using add foreign key, and this license number is my foreign key here, and here it was a primary key, and it has a reference to which table, table 1, which is teachers table. So that's why after reference we write the name of the teachers table. Okay, and with which field it was having reference, license number. Okay, is that clear? Okay, now see, in this previous table our primary key was missing here. Okay, so we define it after we created the table by using the alter command. But you can also define the primary key inside a table. Okay, it's not necessary you are always forgetting and then again you are using the alter table, alter command. You can define it within the table also. Okay, so how you give it, just the same sentence, create table, table name, and then the name of the field that you want to make a primary key, its name, its data type. Okay, int, and primary key keyword. First you have to write the data type, and in the last you will write the primary key. Okay, so whenever you are giving the fields, remember first you will give the field name and then their data types. Okay, for why it is 50, if you are giving that, okay, you have the limitation that you cannot give more than 50 characters, then you will write 50, and then you will not character here, what you will write, varchar. Okay, this is variable character. Okay, so so here you will write varchar, and then you will specify the length of the field. Okay, right? Yes. Okay, now if you want to delete a table, okay, in ddl, so this table was without any entries, without any data in the rows. Okay, you just created a table and you just created the field names, you have not written any data. Okay, so what you can do, you can delete it by using the keyword drop. Okay, once you write the drop keyword, what it will happen, it will delete all the entries inside the table. What were the entries, the field names. Okay, the primary key, foreign key, it will be deleted automatically. Okay, so once you write drop and the table name, everything inside the table will be deleted automatically. Okay, so for ddl you will use the drop keyword, but when we will go to dml, you will see we will be using delete keyword. Okay, this is a difference. Okay, now coming to the dml. Now dml is data manipulation language. Basically what it is doing that, right, we saw the example in which we created a table and field name. So once you will enter the the data for first name, like you can write your name Hanan and the class